Hi friends, subscribe to Arijit official YouTube channel, শেয়ার করুন, লাইক করুন, কমেন্টস করুন আর অতি অবশ্যই বেল আইকনটা ক্লিক করে দেবেন সব কিছুর নোটিফিকেশন পাওয়ার জন্য। সঙ্গে থাকুন, পাশে থাকুন, দেখতে থাকুন অরিজিৎ অফিসিয়াল ইউটিউব চ্যানেল।
My name is Sumit Agarwal and I'm not supposed to be alive today. I was born with cerebral palsy. I was born when I was 7 months old. The doctor said either the mother or the son would survive. Fortunately, both of us survived. I had to struggle a lot in my life and I faced a lot of discrimination, a lot of life challenges. I was rejected from 6 jobs in spite having an MBA. I was rejected from interviews and then I decided to become an accidental entrepreneur to earn my living with dignity and honor. Today, I have given speeches over 40 different countries in different platforms and I'm associated with organizations such as TIE, Della Leaders Club, and I have been fortunate to know people from United Nations, World Economic Forum and other platforms. I have realized that everyone in the world is looking to create an impact and I believe I have the power to make the world a better place and leave it better than it was yesterday. I have always lived with my parents, my mother and father. I think in India most families have become nuclear families, but that's not the point. The point is when you have a disability, you understand that the entire population of Earth, everybody is dependent on somebody. You understand the concept of interdependence because nobody is truly independent in their true nature. You have to depend on other people to survive because humans have always lived in tribes and that gives us the capabilities to trust people, to grow and to evolve. And that's where the concept of family comes in, where you can rely on each other to be supportive. You know, my mother has always supported me in everything that I have done, and so has my father. And I believe that the sense of belief comes when you have other people believing what you can accomplish. That is what allows you to grow, to develop. I started my own firm, PR firm called PR Signal, and my mother believed that I could succeed. And today I am the top LinkedIn voice for India. And you know, all the achievements I owe it to my parents because if you don't have the flair to become someone, to become somebody, the ambition, and the zeal, all of it comes from your parents. And the environment that you grow in is determined by your parents during your young years, right? So, I have always lived with my parents and I am grateful for it. I believe that challenges in life is something which always comes in your life, right? And without challenges, you can't feel alive. You are not human if you are not facing challenges. Challenges help you grow in life. And I have faced a lot of challenges. I have faced isolation. I faced depression. During my school years, nobody used to talk to me, and that was a challenge. I made a lot of friends from Orkut. That time there was no Facebook, but there was Orkut in the year 2004, 2003. So I made a lot of friends, and a lot of people are still in touch with me even after 16, 17 years. So it's all about how you can overcome challenges with the help of whatever resources that you have. I had a very difficult childhood. As the doctor said, I wouldn't be able to survive, but I did. But after 4 major surgeries, I looked different. I talked different and I walked different with support, right? And when you look different, people treat you differently, right? And I faced a lot of isolation from my peers, right? And they didn't want to talk to me. So, I made a lot of friends from social media to overcome loneliness and depression. But during the recess period, I used to be the only person in the school building who used to, be there, and I used to look down from the window, staring down at the basketball court or the playground, and see people playing around. So these formative years of my childhood has really had a profound effect on me as a person, as an individual. You get to realize that you have choose two choices, whether you give up or you fight your battles and survive and thrive. That is what makes the difference. In my childhood, I had also issues of, I had really got any friends, so I used to go out less. I used to, that was one of the issues. But, my father used to take me out to tour at a lot of places, and I used to meet a lot of people there. So I used to talk to my co-passengers on airplanes, on trains, on different forms of public transport. So, that makes it up for the social interaction part, because I was a very extroverted child. Don't be mistaken that I was introverted. I loved speaking to people who would speak to me. After my MBA, after I completed my MBA, right, I started applying for jobs. I was rejected from 6 jobs. Most of them told me that, Sumit, you have an MBA in marketing, and in marketing people are supposed to travel to meet clients, right? And you cannot walk or stand, so there's no point in giving you a job. At some level, I feel that, people rejected me jobs because they were unable to comprehend my capabilities or, what I was capable of as a person. So I don't really blame them. But after my sixth rejection, I was done. I was like, to hell with jobs. I don't want to do a job. I'll open my own PR firm. I opened PR Signal, and right now I have clients from all over the world, mainly UK, US, and Israel. Right. What I mainly do is I help people build a personal profile and a personal brand on LinkedIn, and I write their content for them. I help them, create a brand by which they become a go-to niche in their domain, or they become a thought leader or an authority in whatever they're doing in their industry. I believe when you have a disability, your parents are your first inspiration. Because if you have a disability and if you are not raised in a supportive environment, you won't be able to realize your full potential, right? Because the support from home gives you the courage to face the perils of the world, right? I believe that support from mother and father makes all the difference there is in the world. When I was in hospitals, during my young age, I realized that, people never spoke about how much money they wanted in the banks when they were in a critical condition in the ICU. They wanted to spend more time with their family. They wanted to, see their grandchildren. They wanted to be with their loved ones. And that's what I've realized, that when you realize that you have a limited amount of time in the world, you start thinking differently, and that's what makes all the difference. Because you realize that money means nothing in the world when you die, right? And what you realize is everybody is looking to create an impact for which they will be remembered. So my dream, if I look at my dream is to create a more equitable world, to be able to help more than 1 million people with disabilities, to leave a world where people with disabilities won't be rejected from jobs. They would be given proper dignity and honor and place in the society. My mother was always the biggest pillar of support for me, because when I did not get admitted to a normal school, she left her career so that she could fight for me getting admitted to the mainstream education instead of just being in a special school. A lot of people told her that, put him into a special school and be done with it. But she had the grit within her to pursue my education in a normal school. And I was rejected from 30 schools, but she did not give up. She said if my son gets, educated, he would get educated in a normal school, otherwise he wouldn't get educated at all. So that kind of determination, that kind of grit makes your foundations ready for life. I am an avid chess player, and I, always believe in reading books because books endow you with the knowledge that you require. I follow websites like Product Hunt. I'm into SaaS softwares. So I look into future tech and what is driving the world. I am a follower of Google Trends, and that is a hobby to me. I research on what's upcoming and what's new. So that's what drives me, and that's what drives my hobbies. And when I talk about chess, it's just like life, right? Life is a series of choices that you make, and there are consequences to each choice that you make. I believe, forests have been very close to me always, because wildlife, if you look at each animal, each plant, they have something different to teach you. And, on a completely unrelated note, if you look at all the cars, mostly the premium cars, right? Jaguar or Beetle or any other car, if you look at the cars, they are all named after some animal because it symbolifies strength, it symbolifies speed. So if you look at every animal in the world, every animal has something different to teach you, right? And it's the most common asked interview question that where do I want to see in the next 5 or 10 years? But with the existence of cryptocurrencies, with the existence of NFT, with the existence of digitalized SaaS programs, auto recurring payments, fintech, edtech, and fast changing markets, it's not really my place to say where do I want to see myself in next 10 years, because today you might be working in a vertical which might not even exist after 10 years, right? I believe the term family is, very loosely defined term. I think family is something which cannot just be defined by blood. Family is something, for me, family is something, any person with a disability is family. Anybody whose life I want to see get better in the next coming years or months is family. Anybody who is struggling to be an entrepreneur and is, wanting to find a market which serves the needs of the people is family. Anybody who is making the world a better place is family, and that's how family matters. And I am always available to the best of my ability and capacity to be able to support anybody who I consider my family. My message to any person having a disability, is that challenges will always be there. And you need to make do with the best of your abilities, Because once you focus on what you can't do and can't achieve in life, then you focus on factors beyond your control. And, then you get into depression, then you get into other things, then you start blaming people. The solution here is always to focus on things that you can control and can do given the best of your abilities and resources. And once all the people with disabilities start showing our potential, our abilities to the world, then the world becomes a stage for us, right? Then opportunities start coming automatically. Then we don't have to fight for opportunities. So I would say rather focus on your ability than focusing on your disability, and you will be able to make the world a better place.